House Barbecue Bacon Sandwich. It's the little things that bring out the true flavor of summer.
This is the weakest move I've ever seen by a superstar.
It is the sports story.
We live in this world where either you're a villain or you're a superhero.
Way outside, delivers! A dazzling display.
The back-to-back NBA Finals MVP, Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant's at that place where the all-time greats get the crossroads of physical and mental superiority.
Durant goes down holding his leg. Right away, he knew it.
He's a good teammate, he's a good person. It's not fair.
How devastating is this injury to Durant's career?
I know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant.
All right, earlier we gave you the news of the marquee names and free agency news in the NBA. Now we need the perspective and the context, so we bring in Stephen A. Smith for that. And Stephen A., let's start with what happened with the Nets, with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant both going to Brooklyn. How does that change the NBA landscape?
Well, I definitely think it changes the landscape in the top media market in America. The fact of the matter is you have every reason to be thinking about the Brooklyn Nets, the Yormick twins. One is running the Nets, one is running Live Nation. They obviously had a profound impact on Kyrie and Kevin Durant willing to come to Brooklyn. Of course, there's the Jay-Z element. There's the Rock Nation element. You got to take all of those things into consideration. Give Brooklyn its props, understanding that they are the basketball team in New York. You've got a Knicks franchise that's worth easily $4.5 to $5 billion. But you couldn't get one single free agent to come here. Not Kevin Durant, not Kawhi Leonard in all likelihood, not Kyrie Irving, certainly not Klay Thompson, not Jimmy Butler, not even Tobias Harris. Absolutely, positively nobody. And so when you look at it from that perspective, it just appears to be a very, very bad day for New York Knicks fans everywhere. Once again, they look like losers in all of this. And the team that's just 20 minutes away in Brooklyn looks like the winner. Sean Marks and Kenny Atkinson and the Nets ownership in 3 to 5 years established what we've been waiting for the Knicks to do for maybe more than a quarter century, and that is attract a marquee free agent to New York City. I don't recall when they've done it since the 70s, to be quite honest with you, and I'm not even sure about that.
Let's go big picture in the East. We're not quite sure what's going to happen with the Raptors if Kawhi Leonard decides to stay there or go to Southern California. But now you have Kemba Walker in Boston. You have Kyrie and KD in another year in Brooklyn. Now you have Al Horford and Tobias Harris back in Philadelphia. Jimmy Butler now evidently going to Miami. What is that power structure right now in the East?
I think when you look at the Eastern Conference, you can't ignore Philadelphia, keeping Tobias Harris, adding Al Horford, still got Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons. You lost J.J. Redick. I didn't like that. He went to New Orleans. He's a sniper. You want to keep somebody like that on your squad, no question about it. But I think by virtue of default, you got to pay attention to the Philadelphia 76ers. And obviously you look at the Milwaukee Bucks and say those are the two teams, because if Kawhi Leonard ends up leaving Toronto, why would we believe in Toronto? It's just that simple. In the case of Milwaukee, you lose Brogdon to the Indiana Pacers. That's something that I think derails you. So you can make a legitimate argument that right now, as presently constituted, the Philadelphia 76ers should be the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference. Then when you look out west, again, all of that's nullified if Kawhi stays in Toronto, because if Kawhi stays in Toronto, clearly Toronto's the team to beat. But a lot of people are anticipating he may leave. So when you look at it from that perspective, the bottom line is Kawhi's going to have a decision to make, and we can't rule out Toronto. It would be foolish to do that with Masai Ujiri there, but it does appear like L.A., his hometown, has the edge at this particular moment in time.
So much has happened here on this Sunday, and seems like so much more will happen over the next several months to come. And it should be another juicy edition of First Take on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, Monday morning, 10 Eastern. Stephen A., appreciate the time.
Cubs Reds